Here we're given a problem involving a partial differential equation and a special form, W equals f of u, where u depends on x and y, the variables, and the letters a and b are just constants. Okay, so we're asked to show that suppose f, we don't know what f is, all we know is that it's a differentiable function. Then show the above, if w equals f of that, and the u, the intermediate variable, is ax plus by, then show that the above PDE holds. So again, this is just like when you've got, say, a quadratic equation and you want to show that the solution that you might have found really is a solution, you plug it back into the equation and you show the equation balances. It's the same with partial differential equations. Okay, so we can compute this using the chain rule, or some of you may be able to just write down the answer. And the chain rule that I'm going to show you and the diagram involves just a little sort of linking diagram. Okay, so f depends on one thing, u, so I draw a little link down to u, and then I look at the other variables. U depends on two things, x and y. Now remember, a and b are constant, so they're not variables. So I'll draw a little branch. And to say compute w sub x, I would go down all the branches that bring me to an x, and when I move from letter to letter, I form a derivative. So to go down this branch, it would be df du times u sub x, or du dx, and to get w sub y, df du times u sub y. So this is a chain rule diagram. All right. Let's compute these derivatives and then hopefully the equation will hold. All right, let's compute w sub x first. All right, so w sub x is df du times du dx. Okay. Now, I haven't put a curly d with the f because f depends on one thing, u, that independent variable u. All right, so what is df du? We don't know because we don't know what f is. So I'm just going to write it like that. Du dx is that, so if I differentiate that with respect to x, I'll just get plain old a. W sub y, go down all the paths that lead to a y. When you go from letter to letter, form a derivative. So df du times du dx. Df du dy, I beg your pardon. All right, so we don't know what f is. Du dy, well, if we differentiate this with respect to y, I'll get b. Thus, the left-hand side of star equals this. So let's put that in terms of what we've just calculated. So w sub y is that. W sub x is that. And if you look carefully, these two things are the same and they'll cancel out. So we're absolutely delighted. This form of solution for any differentiable f satisfies the PDE.